Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Many of you already know about me. For those who don't know about me, my name is Pranav Pant. I am one of the finest educators for MBA test prep. I can eat hundreds of DILR educators in breakfast. I have scored 100 percentile on DILR on 3 occasions and 99.9 plus on several occasions. Now DILR is considered as the most unpredictable section because in quant at least you know that these are the kind of questions you have seen them in the past. But when you appear for the DILR section, you see that every year the sets are of new kind. So how to develop that skill so that you can ace the DILR section? In this video I am going to guide you about that. So I am like this Turkish shooter who can any day go to any examination and crack it with ease. I have cracked hundreds of aptitude examinations including CAT on 10 occasions with 99.x percentile, 99.9 plus on several occasions, including 100 in DILR on multiple occasions, 99.9 plus in quant, 98 plus in verbal. And not only CAT, I have cracked all other MBA entrance examinations with very high score. And it is not that I prepare for all these examinations. Yes, I teach now, but it is not the case always. When I was an aspirant also, I had a very high score in CAT. Now how to develop this skill to crack any examination, and especially the DILR part, which is the most feared part by the students because it is highly unpredictable. In order to understand that, please watch this video and follow the steps that I tell you. So first of all, if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow our community on social media platforms. Now these are my scorecards on the occasions where I scored a perfect 100 score. This was CAT 2016. Back then it used to be a 100, 100, 100. It was used to be a 3-hour paper. So DILR used to be a 96 marks. It used to be of 96 marks. So there used to be 8 sets of 4 questions each. I got 7 out of 8 sets and scored a perfect 100 percentile. This was in 2021 wherein I scored 60 on 60. And scaled score was, this is the scaled score, since the other slot turned out to be a bit difficult, so I got 55 as the final score. This was the latest attempt in CAT 2023. I solved all 4 sets and did 2 silly mistakes. I got a 53 and 60, 18 correct and 2 incorrect, one was theta, and those were quite silly mistakes which I'll realize later on. Okay, so you can see that this is the consistency, and on several other occasions I have scored a 99.95, 99.99, etc. So how to get this level of precision that every time you appear on the examination you are going to bang on this section, and not only that, because it is unpredictable. In quant you can say that okay, every time you know that these are similar kind of questions. So how to ace this section with such precision, I am going to tell you in this video. So first of all, you have to admit that there are some skills that are innate in some people. So I have a very good logical thinking ability. So I had the raw potential in me. Okay, so I used to crack examinations previously also. I had cracked NTSE, I appeared on CDS and several other examinations and cracked them. So I had this raw potential, but at the same time I worked very hard on it. Okay, so it is not that just a talent, but also hard work which supersedes talent. Now this was the first time when I appeared on CAT when I was an aspirant like you back in 2013. Okay, I appeared on the CAT, and in the very first attempt I scored a 99.93 overall with a 99.97 in QA and DI. So back then QA and DI were separate section and VA and LR were together. So I scored heavily on this first attempt itself. So it is that I have been scoring high since the first attempt itself. It's not that I became an educator and I started scoring high. Not the case. I was already good at it. Now how did I become so good at it, and what are the things that one must do to enhance their performance in this section? So what is DILR section? It tests your ability to think instantly, right? So as I said that if you talk about other sections, especially quant, you have an idea, okay, this is a topic, I know you can get questions from this topic. You will get questions on geometry, algebra, in arithmetic so and so topics are present. If you have covered all those things thoroughly, you will be able to attempt some of the questions. But in DILR people might go blank because the kind of sets they present every year is something which is unseen, right? For the past few years, if you see the trend, the sets have been unseen in the past, and it is your ability to think instantly and crack those sets. It is the most challenging section of CAT. If you are already good at it, you may not agree, but yes, if most of the people agree that it is the most challenging section, very tough to crack. There is no defined syllabus. Okay, although there are some topics from which you generally get questions, but there is no defined syllabus. You can have a puzzle which cannot be classified as a DI or a pure LR. It is a mix of things. So the kind of puzzles that you get are quite unique, and it is full of surprise elements. Sometimes you might end up getting a question on games and tournaments. Sometimes it could be Venn diagram. For 2 years you see Venn diagram is being asked. Third year it disappears. The kind of sets every year keep changing. Okay, so it is full of surprises, and it is only in that phase, in those 40 minutes, you have to crack the examination. Now if you look at the score and versus percentile, this will give you some good understanding of it. So if you look at this, these years 2020 and 2019, 2020, if you talk about 2021, there was one DI included. As a result, you see the scores are bit higher. Okay, so 24.5 out of 60 for 95 percentile and 36 for 99.5. So scores are a bit higher. 2019 was also on a moderate side. So there was a DI which made things easy. 2019 was slightly moderate, and all these years it has been a difficult game to crack. Okay, very difficult to crack, because if you see, even if you get half of the score, like if you take the halves of these 30, 30, 30, you are above 99 percentile. So if you score half, 50% agar aap le आओगे, so you are definitely 99 plus in case the paper is difficult. And in case you get let us say 1/3, if you see 1/3 19, this was 1/3 is 24, so 25, okay, 1/3 32. So if you score 1/3, you are approximately 95 plus percentile. Okay, 95 percentile plus. So you do not have to attempt the entire set to become a hero, right? Although there are some people like me who would attempt all the sections, all the sets, and score 100 percentile. So there is a huge difference between 100 percentiler and 99 percentiler. Like as I said that I had 100 percentile at a score of 53. So even if you had half of it, you would get 99 percentile. So only 1% in that second half of the scoring range. Similarly, I had 55 here. So if you had 34, you would have got 99 percentile. So there is a huge difference between 99 percentiler and 100 percentiler. And as you solve, like let's say 3 sets, if you have solved, you would definitely go 99.9 plus. If you solve 2 sets, probably you are around 99 percentile. And even if you solve 1 set, let us say आपने just एक set solve किया with full accuracy, आपने 15 marks का, एक set होता है 15 marks का. If you got 15 marks, you would have got around 90 percentile. Okay, so it is that difficult that only 10% of the people are able to solve 1 set completely. Now what is the reason behind it is, first of all, preparation level. Okay, of course potential is a big factor, because people are a lot of people may not be that smart at solving problems. One is preparation thing. They do not prepare accordingly. They have not covered all the topics. So one mistake is in preparation. You do not cover all the topics, right? People ignore some topics. Some people focus on only certain topics. As I told you that the topics are quite random. So one is you need to prepare all the topics. Do not focus on only on certain topics. Then second thing is reading speed. Right? Not many people will talk about this, but if you see the CAT DILR, they are quite lengthy in terms of text. So if your reading speed is good, it will help you in DILR also. Okay, that is one thing that is lacking in people. And thirdly is like one is set picking skills. So I will talk about this, that how to pick the right set to start with. And the fourth thing is, of course, there is one big thing which you need to take rid of, that is ego, right? There are a lot of people who are egoistic. While attending this question, they do not leave it. They think that अब start किया तो करके ही रहेंगे. Okay, so that is a big red flag. And the next thing is panic during the test. So if you need to work on all these 5 things टू एज द सेट. ठीक है, अब क्या है कि ये दो चीज़ें तो आप प्रिपरेशन पार्ट में कर लेते हो. दीज आर while you attempt the tests. So this you can improve while taking mock test and on the day of the examination, but these things can be worked upon previously. Okay, so these are the 5 factors which I believe prevent most of the students from scoring high in the section. Now what are the different sources of preparation? If you talk about books, books are there for CAT for all sections, for DILR also you have books, but I believe that they are usually obsolete. Okay, the kind of sets they have may not match the kind that you get these days. There are past year papers which is a very good source, so you can start from 2017 to 2023. You will get all these good sets to practice, some around 100 odd sets. Okay, and late 90s till 2008 you have the sets. In that case I would say that solve the LR sets, not the DI sets, because DI used to be very big. Since the paper used to be offline, they used to have very big sets wherein you have data intensive sets. They were not logic intensive, but the LR sets were good in some cases. Mock test by various institutes, this is a good thing to practice from, because what happens is in every institute there are very smart people who create smart variety of questions. So you can take mock tests from different institutes and practice through them. And then you have social media, which is basically you will find some sets being shared on Telegram groups, right? You will find WhatsApp groups, etc. People do share some sets. And I also have a YouTube channel of my own, which is the biggest free resource for DILR preparation. So my channel's name is Aptitude Jab, which has 400 plus free sets for DILR. My target is 500 by CAT 2024. Let me help this achieve this target. Okay, so that people benefit a lot through my content on YouTube. Okay, then one thing which people do not work upon is, see, people go for the conventional way. Okay, so as an aspirant you should prepare in the unconventional way. That is the big differentiator. Now those people who work in unconventional way are going to succeed in this section. So if you look at the sports person, right, he is Neeraj Chopra, right, he is a javelin thrower. Now you are seeing that he is standing on a ball, so this is called Swiss ball exercise. Why is he doing this? He is doing it to improve his balance, in order to improve his posture, etc. Okay, similarly he is Glenn Phillips, a cricketer. So why is he pulling this thing? Because he wants to improve his strength to play cricketing shots. Similarly Cristiano Ronaldo, right, he is building his leg muscles so he can run fast, right, he has good stamina during the field. Now it is very important that you build your muscles. Now of course these are sportsmen, so they will build their physical muscles, so you have to build your mental muscles. So only solving sets will not help. I told you that it is important to solve sets to get a gist of a variety of questions through different sources, but building mental muscles is more important, because you develop a muscle memory. Sometimes you solve certain things which you can relate at a different place. So let's see how can you develop mental muscles. Now this is what is needed to prepare oneself for the unknown. First is puzzles books. So I will recommend some puzzle books which you can solve on your spare time, so that you develop the thinking ability. Then you can search for interview puzzles. There are quite interesting interview puzzles on the internet that will sharpen your logical thinking ability. Then there are some number puzzles like Sudoku, Kakuro, etc. These build your abilities. Like Sudoku builds your elimination ability. Kakuro builds your addition ability of small numbers, addition of distinct numbers. So a lot of times you see question sets wherein you have to add distinct numbers. So this solving this puzzle will help you think through it. Like if I ask you that if you have to make a sum of 11 through 4 different integers, so you will instantly come up with the idea that 1, 2, 3, 5. If you have to make 28 from 3 numbers, right, the numbers should not be more than 10. So you will say 10, 10, 9. I mean, in this case it's a repeat, but at these things, these puzzles will help you to add the numbers fast. So whenever you see the data present over there, you are able to think fast through them and process them. Data analysis from your own hobbies. So if you wish to become good at data interpretation, you need to learn to read different kind of graphs, be it in some newspapers, magazines, or sports site. Let us say you watch cricket, you go to Cricinfo, you will see a lot of graphs over there. So try playing with them. And the most important thing is, if you do this, then you reach my level. Create your own problems. Okay? How to create your own problems? Very simple example. Let us say you have you are going to the vegetable seller. You have 100 rupee note with you, you have 200 rupee note with you, you have 500 rupee note with you. Okay, you have 10 rupees and 20 rupees. So let us say 10 rupees, 2 notes. Now if you have to pay 150 rupees to the seller, okay, so how can you pay 150? Now if you do not have a change, in how many ways can the seller give you the change? Think through it, right? Let us say the item is of 80 rupees, right? So and you have, let us say, 50 rupee notes also. So you can pay by 10, 20, 50. Okay, you do not want to pay the you want a change back, so you can pay him 100 rupees, he will return 20 rupees. Suppose the person says that I do not have change of 20 rupees, so you will say that okay, you have 50 rupees, I will give you 10, 20, 100 and return 50. Okay, similarly if you want change of 500, you might give him 500 rupees, he will give you 200, 200 and 20, or he can give you 200, 100, 100 and 20. So there are different possible scenarios in which you can get the change, right? These things, if you start thinking every time, let us say this was one example. Another example is, let us say there is a cricket match going on. There are 4 balls, you need 14 runs. Okay. Now let's say some big hitter is playing. Okay. Let's say player like Andre Russell is on the crease. Okay, and you know that he is going to hit 4s or 6s. So how can he hit in 4 balls? So let's say 1 ball left. Okay, he can hit 0, 4, 4 and 6, right? Maybe there is a wide ball, there is a no ball which comes with a free hit. Okay, so all these possible scenarios, if you start thinking whenever you do any activity, right? These are just some examples. There could be many more examples like this. So whenever you are doing any activity, okay, so let us say you are preparing food, okay, so you need to think that in what order can I do these activities so that time is minimized. So optimization based things. So in any activity you do, you start thinking logically and mathematically, you will develop that thinking ability, because every time whenever you are doing anything, you are creating a problem and thinking of its logical solution, including number based solution. So if you develop this thing, believe me that you will become quite good at solving problems. Similarly, another example could be ATM. So when I appeared in 2018, I got a question on ATM, and that I used to think previously, like if I go to the ATM, I have to withdraw 1000 rupee notes, 1000 rupees. So I can get 500 plus 200 plus 200 plus 100. Okay, I could also get 500 plus 500. I could also get 500 plus 5 times of 100. I could also get 100 rupee notes 10 times. So in all these activities, if you start thinking कि कितने तरीके से आ सकता है, so you develop that logical thinking. So whenever you get a question like that, somewhat similar storyline, okay, you start thinking that okay, this is how we can get the total. So there was a set in CAT which said that you have to give rating to this delivery guy, you have to get a bonus, he gets a bonus of 10, 30, 50. Okay, so in how many different ways can you get a different amount of bonus? So all these little things, if you work upon, and in any activity you do, you think through these problems, that is definitely going to benefit you. Now here are some puzzle books which I would recommend you. You can take these, like Great Book of Puzzles and Teasers, that's a very good book by George Summers. Then there are books by Shakuntala Devi. Okay, this is moderate level, this is slightly on the difficult side. Then there is Algorithmic Puzzles, that talks about different computer algorithm, that is also a good puzzle book to read. And there are some sites also wherein you can practice these puzzles. So there is a site, Puzzle Mix. It has a very good collection of number puzzles. I told you those Kakuro, Hitori, Sudoku and all those. So you will get number puzzles every day. You can start with easy ones, then go on to moderate and then difficult levels. So there are puzzles across different levels. Every day they come up with new puzzles. So solve these puzzles occasionally. to build your thinking ability, to build your ability to deal with numbers, to manipulate numbers, how to add numbers, how to multiply numbers, etc. So these will sharpen your brain in terms of logical ability. So apart from just solving the sets, do these activities that will definitely help you in your preparation. So that was the preparation part. Now it is how to tackle it during the examination. As I said that there are a lot of people who prepare well but they panic during the exam. So first and the foremost thing is know your strength to identify which set to attempt. For example, I am very good at numbers, right? If you ask me any question based related to numbers, that how to add such numbers, how to multiply such numbers, I can do it very quickly. My calculation speed is super fast. So I will go with a set that has numbers involved in it rather than just a simple arrangement. So if there is a number puzzle versus an arrangement based puzzle, I will pick the number based puzzle. Then navigate through all the sets. It is quite important to navigate because what happens is the first set you might see might be the most disastrous set of the paper. So just navigate through the sets, take 2-3 minutes to just skim through it and understand what needs to be done. So if it's a number based puzzle, you know that okay, something needs to be done here. It's a Venn diagram, you know that okay, 3 set Venn diagram or 4 set Venn diagram, you'll have to draw a Venn diagram. It's a games and tournament, you have to make the structure or scoring of the tournament. So navigate through it and then based on your strength, pick the first set. Shuffle between the sets, it is very important. Now this is what most people do not do. They try to attempt one set completely, then move on to the another set. Now what I do is, I see the set, let's say 2-3 minutes, I have skimmed, right? I know that okay, this is the set that I am going to attempt. I attempt it for 5 minutes, okay, 5 to 7 minutes attempt करो, then look at the questions. Okay, 5 to 7 minutes में एक थोड़ा आइडिया आ जाएगा कि whether it is doable in the sense कि time में हो पाएगा या lengthy or it's a trap means you are completely lost in that set. Okay, so 5 to 7 minutes में देख लो, फिर उसके बाद 1-2 question देख लो, probably you can answer some of the questions, then switch to set 2. Okay, then again 5 to 7 minutes you give, then move to set 3. Okay, give some time, do the same things, and then finally when you have seen all the 4 sets, see the biggest problem is people are unable to see all the 4 sets. Most of the aspirants get trapped in one set itself. Some aspirants who are smart are able to do 2 sets, one set they were able to do, another they attempt more. Some students might go on to 3 sets. There are rarely few students who attempt all 4 sets or at least see all 4 sets. वो देखते ही नहीं है, उन्हें समझ में नहीं आता. So if you do this strategy, probably in 20-25 minutes you must have seen all the sets. All sets you are aware of. You know into the depth also which set can be attempted. अगर मान लो आपने 20-25 minutes में you attempted 4-5 questions also, ठीक है, आपने just 4-5 question भी कर लिए, 1 from each of the sets, क्योंकि कुछ information तो partial पढ़ के आ जाती है, right? Now you have around 15 to 20 minutes, there will definitely be a doable set. तो यहाँ से आपने एक doable pick कर लिया plus 5 questions, so you have done almost 9-10 questions which would approximately give you 99 percentile. So this shuffling between the sets is a key skill which very few people use, and if you use it, I can guarantee you that if your preparation is good, of course your preparation should be good, your aptitude levels should be good, if you apply this shuffling between the sets, I can guarantee you that you will start scoring well in your mocks as well as in the examination. Okay, now the next key is like looking at the questions. Okay, so before leaving a set, right, please ensure that you look at the questions, that which questions can be done. So probably you did 5 to 7 minutes and you can attempt 1 or 2 questions. So do not leave a set simply. And the art of letting go, sometimes the set can be a trap, or maybe your brain is not clicking at that moment. It is perfectly fine, just let it go. Okay, yes, there has been some damage in the paper, look at the 1 or 2 questions, if doable, fine, if not, go to another set. Do not stick to one set for a very long duration. It is the examination, you just have 40 minutes. If it were like practice time, then I would say take hours and hours to attempt one particular set, but if in the examination, just skip and move on. And maximize questions and not sets. I told you that do not target कि 1 set करके आना है, 2 set करके आना है. try to attempt maximum questions. So if you see all sets, probably you can do many more questions than you actually would be doing if you are doing set wise. So these are some techniques that one needs to apply. So try applying these techniques in the mock test that you are taking, and this will help you benefit your scores. If you want to get mentored for CAT and ZAT, so we are going to launch a crash course in September. So we will announce it on our YouTube channel, on our Instagram page, and on our Telegram group also. Please do subscribe to the all, so that you are aware that when that course is announced. So we already have a CAT batch running, but some students say that we want to enroll in a fresh batch, and especially the ones who have already cleared the basics want to improve and boost their scores. So it is a batch meant for them. And in case you are preparing for CAT and other MBA entrance examinations, we provide mock tests for all exams. So CAT mocks as well as OMET mocks. So we have a package for it. So in this package you will get mocks for NMAT, SNAP, ZAT, CMAT, MHCT, CUET, MyCAT, XGMT, SRCC, GBO, which you do not get at one place at other platforms. So you can check out the links given in the description of this video to enroll in them. And in case you are preparing for CAT and have done well in the past, so you can avail heavy discount on a current batch, which is ongoing batch and would be done by the next month. So it is already ongoing. The classes which have already happened, you have access to their recordings, and for the upcoming classes you can attend them live. So it includes live classes, practice sheets, access to the mock tests, etc. So if you have scored very well on CAT or other MBA entrance examinations, you can share your scorecards with us on support@mbakaro.in to avail the discount on a current CAT batch. So these are some guidelines how to crack the DILR section. As I said that it is not an easy task, because you will hardly find people acing it again and again. So it's a skill that needs to be built, right? Of course it takes years to build such skills, but if you in the short duration, in the next 3-4 months, you want to become up to that 99 percentiler, it is quite possible. For a 100 percentiler, you should have that inborn ability plus a lot of efforts, which some of you already must have put throughout this preparation journey. But if you want to target 99 plus and a decent score, 99 plus, I said that is at around half the score, which is possible if you apply the techniques which I discussed in this video. So if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends.